Assalamualaikum. I will proceed with the company background. Sri Surya Hotel was established by the Surya Maju Resources in 2008 in Perak, Malaysia. Before this, started 1970, Surya Maju Resources been doing into the snack product business and later on continue with the consumer goods and health product. After that, it extended its business by opening the Sri Surya Hotel. Okay, next since its establishment, the Sri Surya Hotel has provided 300 units of room and various of capacity. Other than that, the hotel also provided facility like gymnasium, spa, playroom for the children, convenience store, and wide variety of the dining outlets. Other than that, Sri Surya Hotel also offers 3 types of services such as hotel accommodation, dining outlets, and also event management services. In event management services, they consisted of 4 types of facility, which is meeting rooms, conference center, private room, and ballroom. Okay, for the meeting room, it can be rent for the business meeting and presentation. Meanwhile, for the conference center, it is provided with the wide and flexible space room that can accommodate 600 guests. For the private room, it is provided with the latest audio-visual gear. And lastly, for the hotel ballroom, it is an ideal venue for the corporate event and once in a lifetime personal event.
Okay, as presented here, these are the differences between hospitality service industry and manufacturing activity. In the terms of cost of business, hospitality service industry is including the food, beverages, planning, transportation, and other fields that within the tourism industry. Meanwhile, in the manufacturing industry, it involves the manufacturing and processing of items and create new commodities or in value addition. Moving to the tangible of output, for hospitality services, it is intangible output, meanwhile the manufacturing industry is tangible output. Hospital services industry does not hold the inventory, but manufacturing industry have the inventory itself. Moving to the customer specific production, hospitality services does not produce a service unless a customer requires. Meanwhile, the manufacturing industry produce products without a customer orders. And lastly, we can see the differences in the terms of labor requirement and automated process. For hospitality service industry, it recruit people with knowledge and skills. In contrast, manufacturing industry automate their production process.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Akmal Zulaifa binti Azhar and I will start to explain about the problem statement of this case. Okay, Sri Surya Hotel provide a service of hotel accommodation, dining outlet and one-site event management service for its customer. It is discovered that the site event management service are in the critical area which should be highlighted as a major profitability concern. This case study is about the difficulty of minimal ratio earned through the event management activity that provided by Sri Surya Hotel. The event management having a minimal profit margin, so the board of directors are assigned a task to the cost controller of Sri Surya Hotel to propose an effective pricing strategy and cost strategy to maximize the profit of the business. Basically, there are two recent events which held in the hotel, which is Manjung Community Anniversary Dinner that only have profit 11.89%, and the second event is Rubicare Sendirian Berhad, which hold 23.5% profit only. Okay, now we move to the SWOT analysis. Okay, the first point is strength. The Sri Surya Hotel has a strategic location which is in the heart of the Perak. Their strategic location in the center of the Perak, making their hotel as one of the choice to the people to go, and they also have good connectivity in a transportation network. Sri Surya Hotel also well-established hotel because it has been operated for 10 years. Okay, the next one is weaknesses. The event management business of Surya Hotel is still new compared to the other competitor, which is they start from since 2012. The most concerned weaknesses of Sri Surya Hotel is they only get minimum profit that gain through from the event management activity and make their average profit margin is low compared to the other industry. Okay, the next one is opportunity. Some of the opportunity that can be utilized is they can use social media internet marketing, which can lead more to the not only local but also international tourists. So what they can do is they can promote their event management and hotel itself in the platform through Agoda, Traveloka, Booking.com and many platforms. The last one is threat. Some of the threats for Sri Surya Hotel include increase in competition. There are many other hotels near to the Sri Surya Hotel that offer the event management as well. As example, Kinta Riverfront Hotel and Suites Sdn Bhd. Another threat is the seasonal demand from customer. Most hotel industry are characterized by seasonal demand, which result to the variation in tourists who will arrive for certain season and event only.
Okay, now I will proceed the presentation with the pricing method that Sri Surya Hotel should adopt in organizing Manjung Community Annual Dinner. Okay, first, Sri Surya Hotel should adopt the markup pricing method, which it refers to a method in which the fixed amount or the percentage of the cost of product is added to the cost of product to get the selling price. It also refers to the difference of selling price and its cost, with the equation of selling price equal to the cost plus markup. Okay, by looking to this table, this is the breakdown of event costs and prices for Manjung Community Anniversary Dinner. By adopting markup pricing method, we get the price per unit with the amount of 85 ringgit and 88 cent, which lead to the total price amounted Rm 51,528 ringgit. As we all know, reducing the cost is one of the ways to get a better profit margin. So here, by adopting the markup price method, we can make some reduction in the cost of food because Sri Surya Hotel can get the same product from the another supplier, which can offer the lower prices compared to the current supplier. Besides, we also reduce the cost of hall rental, but still the price of the hall is still the same because we only increase the markup percentage for the hall rental. As for the salaries, it can be reduced from 25% to 23% from the total revenues because we suggest that the number of workers can be reduced. Overall, the price per person increased to Rm 85 and 88 cent, but the price is still reasonable when organizing an event at hotels such as Sri Hotel. So this is the calculation to get the profit margin. By using the equation of profit equal to the total price minus the total cost, which we will get the amount of 11,822 ringgit and 64 cent, and this will lead to the profit margin to be at 22.94%. So overall, the profit margin for the proposed method is 22.94%, which is higher from the previous profit margin.
Next, I will proceed with the Ruby Case Sdn event, which is the activity of one day seminar. So for the recommendation, we decided to use pricing method, which is markup pricing method. This is method which the percentage of the product is added to the cost of the product to get the selling price. The equation of the selling price for the markup method, it equal to cost, selling price equal to cost plus markup. Next, in this case, we have decided to reduce some cost of item and increase the percentage markup for item. So the item we choose to reduce the cost is hall rental, snack, beverage, and reduce the assumption percentage of the salary and operation supply and utilities. For the cost of snack and beverage, we have taken an action by buying it from the supplier which is offered the lower cost or price. And other than that, we decided to buy it from the same supplier to ensure that cost can be reduced. Okay, As for the salary, we have reduced the cost by lowering the rate of the salary since the seminar only for 1 day. So we do not require many workers to do the job. So at last we can cut some of cost in paying the salary of the worker. So as the result, we can decrease the total price and increase the profit margin since the cost of seminar is lower than before.
Last but not least, there are a few advantages that we can benefit from adopting the markup pricing method, which are seller can determine cost much more easily than they can estimate demand, and the price tend to be similar, and the price competition is minimized since all the firms in the industry use this pricing method. But in contrast, there's still some disadvantages of adopting this pricing method, which are markups pricing method will provide incentive for inefficiency, and also the markup pricing includes the sunk cost rather than just using incremental costs. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aini Sofia binti Nuruddin. Next, I will proceed to the slide, which is the recommendation of pricing strategy. Okay, the next pricing strategy that we suggest is cost plus pricing. Cost plus pricing involves adding a markup to the cost of goods and services to arrive at selling price. The method is based on historical cost. That means manufacturer is using previous cost for each event. The markup is percentage of profit calculated on total cost, and the total cost is combination of fixed and variable cost. The formula is selling price equal to cost of production plus cost of production multiple with markup percentage and divide with 100. Okay, next we proceed to the profit margin using cost plus pricing. Okay, for this calculation, we assume that markup percentage is 40%. Okay, we use price per unit as the Manjung Community Anniversary Dinner original price. When we calculate the profit margin, we get 28.57%. Therefore, by assuming 40% markup percentage, we can get 28.57% of profit margin.
Alright, now we move to the cost plus pricing method of Robicare Sdn Bhd. Okay, as we know, the client already agreed to use 1,000 ringgit for the cost of the event, but as we revise the cost strategy, we managed to reduce it to the 714 ringgit only. Okay, some items have been deducted with their own reason. Alright, as example, for snack and tea break, we can get lower price than before because we can get supply from Suria Maju Resources, as we can get cheaper price from them instead of other suppliers. Alright, and the next one is salaries and related expenses. We can cut off the cost because it is just only 1 day seminar, so we don't need use so many 14 workers and expenses for handle this 1 day seminar. And the last one is operating supply and utilities. We can cut off 0.5% from the original cost. Okay, next I will explain on how to calculate the selling price, profit and profit margin. Okay, the formula for the selling price in this pricing strategy is cost of production plus with the cost of production times to the markup percentage divided by hundreds. Okay, our cost of production is 714 time with the markup percentage. Okay, in this case we assume 40% as our markup percentage, so we will get 9,967 ringgit for the selling price. Alright, for the profit earned, the formula is selling price minus with the cost. Okay, the selling price earlier is 999 ringgit 60 cent minus with the 714 ringgit, which is we can get 285 ringgit 60 cent. For the profit margin, the formula is profit divided by the selling price. The profit we get before is 285 ringgit 60 cent divided with the 999 ringgit 60 cents. So the profit margin is 28.57%.
Okay, next, for the advantage of cost plus pricing, first, it takes few resources. Cost plus pricing doesn't require a lot of additional market research. It's pretty simple, and for this reason, it's popular strategy among small business. Okay, second advantage is it provides full coverage of cost and a consistent rate of return. Cost plus pricing ensure that the full cost create the product or fulfilling the service is covered, allowing the markup to ensure a positive rate of return. Okay, next I will go to the disadvantage of cost plus pricing. Firstly, it doesn't take into account consumers. Perhaps the bigger downfall of cost plus pricing is that it's completely disregard the customer's willingness to pay. The second disadvantage is it based on cost. The method is based on cost and ignores the demand of the product, which is an important variable in pricing. Okay, next, in conclusion, by using markup pricing strategy for Mahjong Community Anniversary Dinner and Ruby Care Sendirian Berhad for one-day seminar event, there is an increment from recently average of profit margin as much as 6.63%. Next, for second pricing strategy, which is cost plus pricing, there is increment cost that occur around 10.87%, which is much higher than the first pricing strategy, and it's likely reach the target. So we compare both average of profit margin and we decide to recommend to Sri Surya Hotel to choose the second pricing strategy. We believe that if Sri Surya Hotel use this strategy in order to gain their profit, even though it could not achieve in a short period, but by consistently using this method and keep improving their management, both in internal and external factor, will eventually give the better performance and better result.